Yo, boys, what we saying? What we saying, everyone? It's a 4-hour CRT on EU. Yeah, this isn't a 4-hour CRT, bro. Not just yet, anyway. Jesus, that's loud. It's so loud. Right, sweet. Morning, everyone. How are we doing? How is everyone going, boys? What we saying? Yeah, everyone let me know what we're saying, man. Let me know what charts we're looking at, what trades we're looking at. Let me know, man. Let me know. Just sending an announcement in, boys. Let me know in the chat what charts we're looking at. Let me know what charts we're looking at, boys. Just loading up the tickers.
We're not going to war, we're at war.
Chill out, mate. Two secs, boys. Getting the fucking TikTok set up and we are good to go. Morning, everyone. Let me quickly send the announcement in, boys. We're live on TikTok as well. Let me turn the face cam on, actually. We get the face cam on. Go on. Yeah, boys, let me know what everyone's looking at right now. EU or GU. Both looking pretty good, but both completely the opposite, pretty much. So, yeah, man, let me know. Let me know, boys. Say yo if you're here as well, boys. Say good morning if you're here. Let me see what members of the team is here today. Bomb that there, and bomb that there. Boom. Everyone. Bosh. Make sure it's everything. Boom. Yeah, so I think EU and G, to be fair, even EG is kind of alright. So let's just... Yeah, I'll be honest, boys. I am more looking at, I was not looking at buys, but I'm more interested in buys just because it's with the higher time frame. Let me sort this fucking thing. This has not been a good setup for a while. Yeah, boys. This has not been cutting it, this little wire thing. This needs to go the other way around. Gosh, that's so much better already. Boom. And then just slot that in there. Like that. Gosh. Just the thing about TikTok, I've got to set the old yeah, morning everyone. Alright, sweet. Morning everyone, let me turn this back on. Yeah, so let's get into it. Yeah, people saying about EG buys off the DTO. Let's mark out the level again. The DTO is here. I mean, yeah, Mace had these buys in pre-London, which is great. Got the direction right. I mean, they obviously wouldn't have tapped in just because of EG spreads, but we are coming back down to that level now, which is why I think quite a lot of people's looking at getting in. Yeah, you could definitely get into this, I'll be honest. One thing to be careful of, though, is that EG typically has like one main distribution and then the rest is a bit random, is what I've found. But I really like the point we've reacted off of. Obviously, this was where Stu actually got in yesterday, that exact same point. And this is the max volume. So out of this whole leg yesterday, so from here all the way to here, this whole leg of price. And I know my chart's a bit messy right now. The highest volume was here, so we're obviously expecting buyers to come back through this point here, which they were. And we had that final little extension recently, so we should come back down and then have that again. So chat, let me know if you are getting in that. Be interesting to hear Stu's thoughts on that one as well, because Stu is our main EG trader here at Richess, providing only the toppest quality trades to you boys. Obviously, we had one trade in the group this week, and it was an absolute ping, 4.5 far from Stu. Some may have closed a bit early, but it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's hope we can run down to this Asia low now on this and start moving a bit more. We're just not at our POIs. That's the problem. This is why buyers are not the best. We're just not at our POIs. Even these POIs here, to be fair, on that hourly, I do think that we're going to be seeking out these lower prices, these lower POIs, like this imbalance, for example. I do think that's going to be potentially seeked out. So we'll see. I fucking really don't like how messy my chart is right now. Bear in mind that CRT, to be fair, has been completed now. Didn't actually notice, but it was completed just about yesterday. Just about. Boys, if you're watching on TikTok, make sure you double tap in the screen, man. Drop a like on the vid. I mean, on the fucking stream. You don't know what I mean. Yeah, that 8-hour CRT was completed there. But to be fair, we should still run up. We just need to take the low of this. GU still got this CRT to complete, and DXY I believe didn't actually have the same CRT. Yeah, it was a bit different, but yeah, we still got the CRT to complete on DXY as well. So yeah, I'm more prioritizing sells obviously on the DXY. Now filled this point that I was sort of waiting to be filled as well, this 15 minute. So we'll see if we can possibly sell off from here. GU obviously taking the Asia low, and we're in this imbalance now, so we'll see what we can do from there. And then EU's the only one. It's kind of a bit weird. We still really want to take out that Asia line in order to go higher. So I'd more be looking at GU, boys. Out of the EU pairs, I'd more be looking at GU than everything. Morning, everyone. Yeah, if you're watching on TikTok, I'm going to read the chat in just a sec. But morning, everyone, if you're here. Yeah, Stu, what's your thoughts on EG? Appreciate the likes. Wow, that's annoying. Normally, if you've liked the live, it only comes up once. But for some reason, it's told me every time that Stu's liked the live, I've got a notification. So the whole chat is just, Stu, dog, like your live. What you saying, Fundal? What you saying, bro? Yeah, boys, your comments aren't coming up because just comment them again, innit? Because yeah, all the likes are coming in the comments for some reason. Let me read the TikTok chat, see what everyone's saying. I mean, we are at this order block now, which could potentially be a good point to buy. So I'm not gonna hesitate too much just yet on this. I will go down lower, look for confirmations, only because we are at RPOI on this and we haven't actually moved lower like we have on EU and GU. So I'm still somewhat interested in taking the trade. Let me edit how it's drawn out though, because I don't like that. So basically what we're seeing, if I quickly give you one more overview, is we're seeing two legs really. So the legs in question is obviously here to here. So this is the overall leg we want to get reversed, right, on EU and GU. And then we've also got this leg here, which is part of that greater leg, right? So this is the bullish leg, and this is the leg that we're currently trading in, right? This one here, so from there to there. So we want this leg to be continued, and that's mainly what we're looking for. So we want this bit of price to be mitigated and then move higher. And you can see, we see similar stuff on GU as well. So GU, we've got the overall range from here to here, and you can see we broke the high there. And then we've got this range within where we're looking for this bit of price to be reacted off. All right, so pretty similar for EU and GU, which is what we like to see. It's just when that reversal is actually going to start to present itself. We've actually broken this low now, which to be fair makes our life a little bit easier. Tells us that we're not going to be coming off that order block, and we can instead look to target this imbalance here. Yeah, TikTok, I mean YouTube, boys, let me know what we're saying. Let me know what pairs we're mainly prioritizing. TikTok as well. Have I got any mods in here? Any mods in my TikTok live? Say yo if you're in here and you want to be a mod, or just yo if you already are a mod. Let me know, boys. Yeah, pretty much all the imbalance has been taken now. Sorry, all the liquidity has been taken from the Asia session. All the work that Asia did is now sort of been disrespected, which is what you want to see. I'm going to go down on GU and just go on the 1 minute time frame and just look to see if we can get any change of characters or any nice inversions. So we've obviously got our high here. Don't really have too much imbalance. In fact, we don't have any imbalance. I don't use the 3 minute time frame, but I'm going to quickly switch over. We do have a 3 minute imbalance here, so I'll consider that. But again, 3 minutes not something I overly look for. So let me read the chat. Right, so yeah, basically, boys, the main idea right now is looking for an inversion of this fair value gap and then a retest, and then I'm going to look to buy to my next significant liquidity point, which is these highs here, these equal highs, and these equal highs here, which are also the Asia range high. So this is a general idea. This is a general idea on chart, boys. Let me know if you got any questions or whatnot. Alright, boys. Sesame, you are mod on this account, innit, and Stu? Yoli, what you saying? Right, yeah, these men are mod. Alright, cool. Let me read my YouTube chat, boys. Everyone drop a like on YouTube. Listen, boys, if you, man, don't hit 50 likes on this stream, I'm never, ever, ever showing my face on the stream again. Never happening. I'm going to quit forever if this stream doesn't hit 50 likes. It's the be all and end all of my social media career is if you, man, hit these 50 likes, innit? So not something you really want on your chest. It's pretty heavy. And also a lot of people probably rely on these streams, so you're sort of being a bit out of order to other people. Just saying, you should probably drop a like, because your conscience will be clear. Anyway, TikTok, same goes for you, man. Make sure you drop a like on this stream. I'm doing 50 myself. Yeah, boys, we are here to help. If you're here on TikTok, you might be new. It's what we do at Riches. We are completely here to help you in any way we can. We educate you about trading the right way, and we tell you the truth about the industry, and we don't tell you any of these fast money lies like everyone else does. So if you have got questions and you do want to learn, ask me, boys. I've got 4 years experience. We've got a total of 10 years experience in the group. Well, to be fair, with Stu, we've probably got a total. How old's Stu? 17, 70, 72, 73. So Stu's got about 50 years experience in him. No, I actually don't know how much experience Stu has in these markets, because I knew he's obviously dabbled before Riches. Well, obviously before Riches, but he's dabbled a fair bit before Riches. Like, I'm sure he was trying to trade like 10 years ago. A little bit. Actually, no, maybe not. Don't know. Stu, how long have you been trading? All right, morning, Keo. Boys, Keo, first person in the live. W, Keo. V got what you saying, bro. Sammy, Dean, Jim, what you saying, bro? KTM, V got morning. Sesame, James, Michael, Chaz, Dean, Leon, your dad, Cam, Drift King, Ben, Manu, Ilias, Eds. Morning, everyone. How we doing? Hope you're having a great morning. I first dabbled 8 years ago with oil. Yeah. Oh, that's what your mum used to trade, innit? Or still does, or used to. But serious has been about 3 years. Yeah, nice. And that's one big thing that Riches. I'm gonna go down on GU was a brazy comment. Well, I would go down on GU. It's probably my favourite pair. Yeah, let's see if this inverts, man. We've got 1.5 minutes left to the close. Let me know if you don't understand what's going on. Student man, yeah, trust me. Yeah, boys, on YouTube, if I missed your comments, I was just speeding through it to say good morning to you, innit? So, Angel, good morning as well. Who did I miss? I'm trapping my dreams. Morning, Ian, morning. Yeah, man, so put your comments in again about your pairs, what you're looking at. I see people saying, what are you saying on GJ? There's a 1 hour order block above Asia high on DXY. Could get tapped. Let's have a look. 1 hour order block above Asia high. Yeah, that would be nice, bro. That would be nice. I am seeing this mitigation here, though. One thing to note about DXY is the order flow in DXY isn't as clean, and neither is it in EU. So with EU and GU, boys, and this is something that you're not going to be able to find on the net. It's just sort of facts. Right, EU and GU distributes really nicely, so you can have literally a 2-minute fair value gap and it probably get mitigated. With the DXY and EG and stuff like this, it's not going to be anywhere near as accurate and anywhere near as clean, just because there's not as much distribution, right? So EG, you can tell it pretty blatantly, but EU and GU, you'll notice. So EU, for example, if we have a fair value gap on EU, we'll typically come fully into it, and GU, and then we'll come off. But DXY is not that accurate, and plus you've got to think the DXY like price provider is well different. So I'm using capital.com, but you lot will probably be using other ones, which is completely different. So GU and EU is the most accurate real pair we can trade, and it will fully fill this fair value. Whereas something like DXY is just going to come into it and just tap it and move off, right? But maybe on another chart, it's actually filled it all the way down to here. So take EG, sorry, why do I keep saying EG? Take DXY with a pinch of salt and just more look at the directional bias. So I want that fair value gap to be filled, which we have. Obviously, my main liquidity is this 8 hour low and this daily low. All right. So I want both of these to get to get taken. We just mitigated my imbalance from yesterday. I had a change of character, and then we rally back up and starting to reject again. So I'm definitely going to be going down on the lower. I'm going to be going down on the lower time frames. I know Stu loved that one. And try to look for an entry. When you see 3 candles like this, you want to pick the one that is the distribution candle. It should be the second one. So if it is, then you've got a good imbalance. If not, then your imbalance isn't that good, chat. Okay. So yeah, let's go back onto the 2-minute time frame. Right, nice. Alright, yeah, GU we can see has definitely inverted this now. Definitely inverted this. I mean, don't get me wrong, the candle's still got to close, I'm pretty sure, but... Sorry, Mohammed Azam, I can't go live with you, bro. Bro, why does BBC News still give me breaking news about online hate? I've just got tennis player receives, I hope you get the C disease on Twitter. Is that really breaking news? Has anyone ever gone on Twitter at any given point, left a comment on someone's post and not had that response? Is that really breaking news? Like, oh, famous gymnast gets death threats on Twitter. Just change the title to famous gymnast has Twitter. It's like 50% of the point. Well, it's sort of like the trading curve, yeah. You know where it's like at the bottom. So it's like 10% is your strategy, or 20% is your strategy, 30% is your discipline or your trading plan. People say, but I'll say discipline. Wow. And 50% at the bottom. This is your psychology. Twitter's the same thing. 50% of Twitter is not the main use. People think it's the main use, which is sharing your thoughts. And then 30% of it is just pure racism. And then 50% of it is just pure hatred. So this is more like what the Twitter triangle goes like. So if you're going on there to share your opinion, get ready for a load of hate and racism. Just letting you know. Mr. Headline Writer for BBC Breaking News. As I'm sure there's so much more breaking news. It's not even one of them times where there's not a lot of news either. It's like we've clearly got breaking news all the time. I'm sure there's some update you could give us from the Middle East or from Europe that would be like actually significant, but we stop complaining anyway. So yeah, we've tapped into this and had a nice reaction. I do sort of want it to come into the order block, so I want it to properly take this liquidity beneath. I know we have taken the liquidity, but I want it to fully come down and take it and then be looking to get in buyers. Gold, morning ladies, what are you saying? Josh, GU flying, EU short W, GU long pending. Wait, it's Josh, I'm so confused. You said EU short and then GU long. I'm baffed. I have previous highs TP for GU. What are you saying, Lou? Yeah, nice. Nice. That's what I'd have as well, bro. We are absolutely flying. As we said, we do want to be prioritising buys, but shit, man, this is moving very, very, very fast. Very fast. $17 pips in. To be fair, it seemed like it was actually quicker than it was. Was it just me that it seemed like that happened in like 1 minute? To be fair, it did happen over the course of 10 minutes, but still a fair bit of price to run in that time. GJ swept age lows. We're going to stay on GU for now, boys, because it's the best pair right now to be looking at. Can't lie. Yeah, DXY has done exactly what we want. We just want it to retrace up to this 5-minute imbalance and then just continue with that sell pressure, man. So GU. We want it to fill the 5-minute imbalance and then just continue with that sell pressure. Bear in mind, though, you want the third candle to be the distribution candle. So really, if you're looking at it, I'll be using this candle here. So we've got, if we use the 5-minute, right, I'll show you why you won't really want to be using the 5-minute if you're in balance. You've got 1, 2, 3 candles, so this would be your imbalance. And that would mean that you think the second candle is the distribution candle when it's clearly not, right? This candle clearly the distribution candle. Let's just be real. So, I would rather adjust it on a slightly smaller time frame, being the 3-minute. I don't really use the 3-minute, but for today I'm going to use it because it needs to be used. And yeah, we're just going to try and catch a simple trade, really. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Hasn't got to come down too much. We do need a retracement, but only about 7 pips. So it's not like we need it to come down like 12, 13, 14, 15 pips. And then, yeah, in terms of where I'm holding till, I'd look to get a decent return out of this because I do think we're going to have... we're in line with the trend at the end of the day, so this is exactly what we need. Let me turn rid of this. And yeah, this is basically the idea. Let me see, Latina G. I got it 840, nice, bro. Would you say it's worth going BE at 1-1 on this view? I don't go BE, bro, but yeah, you can if you want. I don't do that. No, don't chase the move after the fact. Depends what you class as chasing, bro. Chasing's like if you enter a live position. This isn't. We're waiting for price to come back to where it already was, so it's not really chasing. I think it's taking Asian before retracement. We'll see. We got this imbalance which we've just filled, so this should induce a lot of sellers and have some kickback. We have got this imbalance here, so I'm sure that a fair amount of people is going to be shorting. I'm sure a fair amount of people is shorting here. Same with this. We've got this order block here, so I'm sure a lot of people is going to be. We made that blue. Sure, a lot of people is going to be shorting there. DXY. Again, if we go down, people probably going to get induced into longs here. We're at this order block, so they're probably just going to see longs and just go for it. That's what we're hoping anyway. Hopefully we can come down nicely. You obviously could go for something a bit more risky like this. But not really the way I tend to enter. Yeah, really, if you want to save stop loss, it's the difference between 8 odds. Yeah. To be honest, I was about to short GU. Do you know what I mean? We are getting people getting juiced, don't you worry. How do you short which one now in a GU long? Lovely, Josh. Lovely, boys. Everyone double tap the screen. How much influence over the market you think retail traders have? Well, yeah, Stu said there, retail traders account for 6% of the volume. And the thing is, we're sort of, when we're trading, boys, another thing you man hit deep. You're not really worried about if the price goes up or down. And bear with me here. We're more trading the distribution of money. So we're more trading how this market distributes itself. So the market may want to go up for the day. Our job really isn't to decide if for the day the market's going up or down. Yeah, it comes into it, it's part of it, but that's not really the difficulty of trading. That's actually relatively simple if you would actually believe it. It's guessing that if it's going to go up or down. Our way of trading is how are we actually going to get there. Yeah, most people can look at gold and say we've been in an uptrend for the last however many years. So just literally just buy. But no, that doesn't mean that every person who bought in the last however many years won the trade, right? Because it's about how do we actually get there. For example, gold, we know at some point it's pretty much a fact that within the next whatever, we just will hit this to the upside, right? It's just a fact that we will. Based on the last 200 years of price action, yeah? So it's basically a fact that we will get this high. However, we are actually trading the distribution of how we get there just as much as the actual direction, right? So, and that's why the main problem people face is they get a liquidity grab and they get stopped out before the move happens. So, yeah, the distributions is important. Nah, it's fact still. G, you're tracing. Trust me. What's your opinion with G with this big candle? I'll be looking to buy, bro. We have just taken the Asia low. We are in a bullish trend overall. We aren't as deep into this fair value gap as I'd like us to be, but we are still in the fair value gap, so we'll take it for what it is. Turn this on. Don't worry, boys. If you are in the Discord, all of my trades, all of my personal trades do get sent in there. So don't worry if you're in the signals. I'm going to go shower and let this do its thing. Entered on 3597. Or 5597. Nice, bro. I'm just going to let this come down, man. We are not really that far off our entry anyway. $50 pips isn't like a huge amount either. Even at the 50%. I know what most empowers you. Let me know what we're thinking on this, boys. Why has the music stopped? Am I lagging, chat? Let me know if I'm lagging, by the way. Sex chat. Cemetery is me, lovely. Boys, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. I'm just posting on my Insta story. 2 secs. I'll be on pause for 1 minute. Not even that. Right, let's let them play with it. Let's get the Insta. Right, let's wait till it gets a bit lower then for now. See how that one does, boys. What would the RR be if the FSL bang on the low? 9 pips. Crazy that. Yeah, I'd rather have it like that, to be honest. Fuck it, we'll see how we play on this. We are seeing peak rejection of that, but you do sometimes need that. As we said, we want people to get induced, so... hopefully we're not getting peakly reversed on, but also... Shit, I just turned my phone off, bro. Yeah, boys, we are live on YouTube if... Okay, sweet. If you are wondering, boys, our Discord is where we mainly do everything. Our Discord there, if you want to get in, you can follow me on Instagram as well. We are live on YouTube right now as well. Live and direct on YouTube, boys. What are we saying? Lagging a bit, yeah, I know, bro. You and GU short yet, bro? I'm not looking for GU short, bro. We already had that rally to the Asia low. EU already had that rally as well. EU's already had that rally. We're coming off this order block, so it will be interesting to see if we do sell off higher time frame wise. As we said, we know a lot of people's going to enter sells off this point regardless. We know they will. So let's see how strong they actually are. You can see again, this EU is filling pretty well. So we've just got to let it react at this point. Let me know what we're in, boys. See how this one does. We drag it across. Yeah, not really the slow mornings that we've had before, so it's actually quite refreshing to see, to be fair. Obviously this is a 9 to 1, so trades like this you got to take with a pinch of salt as well, bearing in mind. So look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour looks nice though, man. I like the way the 4 hour's looking. You're taking that low out. EU sells for the lower time frame. McDonald's Wi-Fi acting up again. Bro, someone shoot EK in the. I'm not gonna say that actually. I just realised I'm on tickers. Boys, if you're watching on TikTok, yeah, double tap the screen. Let's get this to 5k likes. If I get 5k likes, then I'll do whatever the top comment says. And we're literally 800 likes off, so it's not even really that deep. Was looking at entering at the lower 5 min. Fair play. Fair play. Yeah, the lower 5 min, that would have been a really nice entry if you did manage to get in on that, bro. If you did, then fair play to you. EG, yeah, EG's not really made that much movement yet. Like we said, we still got this order block here. We sort of want it to take out these lows significantly, come all the way back in, and then have that move up. Yeah. GJP, actually, yeah, let me know what any other pairs we're looking at. As of right now, just got tapped in by the tick at 3,600. Nice. Damn, that is nice entry. I'm not gonna lie. 3,600, that is literally perfect, bro. Can't lie. Yeah, we still got obviously wait to see if price is happy with where it's at in terms of this 4 hour or this hourly range. We are decently in the discount now. If you see here, we are in the discount of that range, so we are optimal to be looking for buyers rather than sells, really. Appreciate the gifts. I'm in GU, but only 1 to 5. Only 1 to 5. That is still pretty big, bro. I'll be honest. Normally, my trades will be like, yeah, way smaller than this. I can't lie. But yeah, let's see the DXY. On the DXY to actually tap into this, and then I think we could be looking good. I'm in a GU longs. You targeting yesterday's New York high. That's what I will be targeting, bro. Yeah. I'll put the entry at my 3-minute inversion. 3-minute inversion. So down here. Yeah, I don't know if that would have tapped in even with spreads. I'm sure it wouldn't have, but unlucky anyway. Might still, it probably will still come back down anyway. We haven't really moved at all yet, so. GJ buys, Asia low took. Let's have a look at GJ. I know people was in sales earlier on GJ, so we will have a look. Why is it not on my... Nice, we did just take that high yesterday. We wanted us to take. Nice. Came off that imbalance beautifully. Fucking hell, really nicely. Came off that imbalance perfectly with the external. Sorry, the internal. Filled. And then took the external high. Lovely. Let's see. People's trying to buy a GJ. We are kind of premium in the range though. That's the only thing. We have tapped into this order block though. Fair play. Let's go down a bit. Did we take the Asia low? Yeah, we did take the Asia low as well. So this being the Asia low, Asia high being up here. So this is really where you're aiming for, this high here. This is about 70 pips off, just a bit more. We've had a change of character as well. So high, low. Yeah, we have had a change of character. Change of character there. Obviously taking out the low. Again, manipulation. Got imbalance here. We've already tapped into it, but I'd be looking for a re-tap of this imbalance. Is mainly what I'll be looking for. Then I'll be going for something like this. What do you think about US 30? Who trades US 30 in here? US 30. Let's have a look. We're looking at, we've had a change of character. Here, breaking that uptrend. After we had that change of character, we rallied up to partially fill this imbalance. And now we should really rally down to take the low again. We've had that CRT completed on the 4 hour as well. You see that there, and then that there. Appreciate the follows, boys. Order set on the 1 minute imbalance, fair play. Yeah, that's what I'll be looking for. I think you already got in anyway, but Drift King. And I'll just be looking to get off this order block, man. The most recent thing we need to take, or we need to fill, is this order block. So we come off of this imbalance, we're trading down into this low. You can see we're mitigating bearish order flow. We're disrespecting bearish with these imbalances. You can see getting disrespected and making new bearish ones in its wake. We've got this one here, we've got imbalances there. So we want that to be filled, tap into the order block, and then we have them sells yet again back down to the low. So there is our Discord if you want to get in, boys. You can see price just accumulating, man. Not really looking too nice. It's literally just sitting there right now. So, yeah, it is what it is. We're currently just waiting. Sort of this order block, I suppose, that we're actually in right now. Not really moving. Not really moving too much. What's your TP on GU? The first thing I'll be aiming for is really the Asia high. That's first and foremost. Which will be, if I turn it on, which will be here. Even though it would be nice to get the Friday high, We need to be obviously not realistic, but you man know what I mean. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew and end up losing everything. So that right there, that's a 3-1, 2.71. So that's a 3-1 here and a 9-1 at the Friday high. So it's a good idea to close your actual trade at the high and potentially leave a runner for an extra like. If you leave an extra 30% open, let's say, if you leave 30% open and it hits that 9-1, you're getting another 3R, which is probably worth it. Probably is worth it. I have no TP on this set, I'm not going to lie. Just going to set Asia high as my break even. Fair play, bro. Morning, MH. How you doing, bro? Yeah, again, just consolidating now, though, so we're waiting. If you enjoy the free content, please show some appreciation by reposting. Yeah, boys, double tap the screen, man. Everyone double tap the screen. Let's get 6k likes in here. Let's get 6k likes in here. Boys, what I'm going to do today, yesterday I had loads of messages about 50% of our signals. You man know we provide the best signals on the net. We have been going for 14 months and we have been profitable 13 of those 14 months. On our losing month, we only lost 1% anyway. So who even really gives a shit? We've had one trade so far this week. I can show you it now, boys. And we're absolutely laughing so far. We're absolutely cooking and we're laughing. Pardon me. So this was Stu's trade yesterday. By the way, yeah, load, please fucking load. Why is Discord the laggiest app ever? Anyway, here it is. As you can see, entry SLTP was sent yesterday at 7:42 AM. 4.5 RR, and then you can see. I'll just show you on the actual. I'll show you on the actual chart. If we go to EG, what's this trade here? You can see play that lovely. What I'm going to do, if we hit a like goal, boys, I'm going to drop a discount code because loads of people was asking me for discounts yesterday, but we didn't have any active. So, yeah, today I'm going to be dropping some codes. So if we hit 10k likes on the TikTok and 50 likes on the YouTube. So let me write this down so I don't forget. Write on my hand. 10. Okay, my hand's sweating. Okay, apparently I can't write on anything. Let me just write on my wall, bruv. I'm not actually going to do that. Anyway, yeah. 10k likes on here, 50k likes on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing 50% off everything. Why has my phone just gone dark? I'm going to be doing 50% off everything, boys. 50% off mentoring and 50% off signals. As I said, boys, if you was in our signals this week, you would have had one trade, you would have been 4.5 R up, and you'd be absolutely laughing yourself to maybe not to sleep, but you'd be laughing, boys. If you want, what sort of music do you like, Lou? I'll be real, bro. I'm not one of these people just like, oh, I like everything, but I do pretty much like everything. To be fair, I won't really even say one genre. Obviously, when you're younger, you like rap music, but I still like rap music, but I don't really listen to it all the time now. Damn, Cam, Clips and Fabi getting aired. Their comments didn't come up. Cam or Clips or Fabi, none of them come up, innit? Who's in GU? Yeah, boy, that's why if you think I'm airing you, just comment it again. 10k likes for 50% of full services, mentoring and signals. That is it. Signals is obviously where you can copy our trades, and mentoring is where we teach you this exact thing. So, boys, make sure you're in the Discord for a start, because when those like goals get hit, I'm going to drop it in the free chat, and we're going to do 3 codes for each. 3 for the mentoring, 3 for the signals. 3 for the mentoring, 3 for the signals. Again, not really much going on right now. Not really much. AG back at a decent point. Let's just hopefully it can come lower to this order block. But yeah, boys, 10k on here, 50k on the YouTube. Try this tune, seen it before. Is it copyright, bro? I can't play copyright tunes, innit? Josh, listen to Late by Shanks. Unreal tune. Well, the guy's named Shanks, so is it really that much of a tune? This is what I'm wondering, guys. Alright, nice. All we really want is a strong 15-minute that closes above this. And above this as well. So we need a strong 15. It's just hit, it's 9:15 now. Appreciate the lights, boys. Let me have a... It's house, not drill. Oh, fair play. Yeah, I can't play those tunes, boys, because they're all copyright, innit? So I can't play copyright tunes. Which instrument you use? EU and GU, bro. What's your target? Asia high primarily, and then Pride high as a secondary target. TP and SL. If you want to get my TP and SL, you got to get in my signals group, bro. We've had one trade this week, 100% win rate, and 4.5 RR secured. This is the second trade. We're currently running up, well, about half RR in profit. Either way, win or lose this one, we're having an absolute brilliant week in the signals. Absolutely brilliant, boys, as we always do. So yeah, man, if you want to get in, like I said, I'm going to make today the best time for you to go in. You man have realised I don't do these sales often anymore, yeah? So 50% off is going to be the first time in a while, and the first time for a while as well. So yeah, 10k likes on here, 50k on the YouTube, sorry, 50 on the YouTube, 10k on here, on TikTok. When we hit it, let me know in the comments, and I'll drop the giveaway. Be ready in the chat. I'm going to drop the link, the payment link, and the discount code. You can just go on there, use it ASAP. Mentoring is normally $49 a month to teach exactly every single thing you see here. The concepts, the strategy. I also stream 2 hours a day in the morning every day, which is how our members catch bangers like this all the time. Etc, boys. And that is $49 a month. That is with everything included. Over 50 educational videos, over 30 videos on my strategy, 30 videos on psychology, etc. Honestly, loads in there. And as I said, I'm live every day with the boys for 2 hours anyway. In the pre-London, and signals is £100 a month, with obviously the discount is £50, so you're getting £50 off a month, which is crazy, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a brazy sale. It is a brazy sale. Any other pairs people got in on? Let me know. Again, GU entry missed by a pip. Oh, that's unlucky, bro. It probably will still come back down, I'll be honest. It's sort of just consolidated now, so I won't worry too much. I want to see that next bit of momentum come in, although it does look a little bit dry right now. When do we have our next news? We have our next news at 1:30, and it's only retail sales, so it's not actually the biggest. On the dollar. To be fair, it's forecasted. Okay, yeah. I mean, retail sales month on month are expected to change a lot. So that should actually have a decent impact. Yo, long time no see. Yo, what you saying, my bro? How you doing? EU, yeah, this is GU. Give me a sec. This is cooked. We'll see. DXY 15-minute in the end dog range. Try obscure falling back. It's my beat, Robert Doe. Yeah, but is it copyright though? Because I can't play copyrighted tunes. Back at entry. Just not moving, boys. I'll be real. Just not moving. What strategy is this, mate? Asia liquidity grab strategy, bro. EU selling off, news late. Oh, yeah, only weak news, though. Do you look for SMT on EUG? It's not one of my main confluences, but yeah, I do look for it, bro. I do look for it. Literally just consolidating right now. Oh shit, wait, 2 secs, boys. Someone's at the door. Who the fuck's that? Hang on, boys, let me answer the door. You can probably hear me as well. Bro, what a clown that guy was. Bro, so he's delivered a parcel to my door. You man heard how quick I ran down the stairs, yeah? He's knocked on my door and I've looked outside, there's no one there. And he's fucking walking off. I told him, bruv, you got to wait a bit longer, man. He was like, oh, why are you not answering the door? I said, bruv, you have to give me about 5 seconds. You're a delivery man. Fucking idiot. He did... Oh, I shouldn't really say that. He didn't even leave the parcel either. He literally just... tried to walk off with it, the cheeky bugger. Cheeky bugger. Bro, proper cheeky. I'm gonna fucking see that what motor he's in as well. My window's wide open as well. You can definitely hear me slagging him off. I told him to him straight though, bro. It's not really on, is it? Bro, literally I was down there in about 5 seconds and he's already walking off. I told him wait longer next time. He was like, oh, like... oh, you not answer. Well, yeah, because I don't fucking sit next to my front door. They do get about 3 seconds of delivery. Bruv, they need to do more, man. Go fill him in. Bruv, should I? Kieran Fiddler. Sorry, that name is just so funny. Had another entry at 598 and went to 597, but didn't tap me in. Oh, that's unlucky, bro. What prop firm you trading on, or what broker? I went GU long 2G. What confluences did you go off? Main thing is our Asia low. Our Asia liquidity grab's the main strategy we teach in the mentoring. So you see this, we've got the Asia session, we've got the Asia low and the Asia high. When the Asia low gets swept, we're looking for confirmations that we are reversing, and we seek to trade it up into the Asia high. So really, I know my TP's up there. That's really where we'll be holding a runner. We really want us to go to this Asia high here, because London session typically manipulates. So whether the New York session wants to go bomb, or sorry, whether the New York session wants to go bomb or bomb, it doesn't really matter. We sort of just want the London session to manipulate us, the low and the high, and then we can go wherever we want. Right now, literally nothing's happening though. We're just consolidating, so probably not the best trade in the world, to be fair, boys. You don't really want trades to sit around entry for this long, but I mean, now I'm in it, I'm going to leave it open. But if you're not already in this one, I probably would not advise you to get in, just because of how slow we're moving. It's not really filling me with confidence, but it is what it is, boys. As I said, I'm already in, so there's no point getting out. Really just consolidating. Any other pairs you want to in? Nearly at 10k lights in here, boys, so I'm going to drop the... that's a wire. Wow, that's a wire slap. To be fair, that is slightly a wire, can't I? If that's a wire, your mind's in a gutter. Nah, true, bro. The wire thing is so common now, bro. I swear to God, everything's a wire. How come just stop lost on the low? Because it wouldn't have been high enough RR, bro. I'll be honest. Alpha Capital, fair play. Alpha Capital group spreads are pretty good for the most part, bro. Nearly, alright, cool. We got 10k likes on here. How many we got on YouTube? How many we got on YouTube? We need 50k likes and I'm dropping the giveaway, boys. Everyone get in the Discord because I'm about to drop it now. As long as we got the likes, I'm about to drop it. Spare lagging. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Let me drop the code now, boys. I'm getting the codes ready now. Getting the codes ready now. Everyone get in the Discord. Everyone be there. It's in the description on the YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. EU's still like somewhat pushing up. It is a bit stronger of a pair though today. We're just consolidating really, boys. There's not really much we can take out of the market, which is why I'm not trying to stare at it too much because there's no point. Like I said, we've already made a lovely 4.5R this week on a Monday, so we're in the luxury of not being able to, not having to rush it, not having to force any trade, so we can be nice and chilled. And this is your life once you're a chess signal follower or student, whatever it may be. Your life's just going to become a hell of a lot easier. A hell of a lot easier. She's sitting bang on an entry right now. Yeah, everyone getting the Discord ready, boys. Everyone be ready. Stay ready. Everyone stay ready. Sorry, boys, man. I'm lagging really, really bad right now, boys. Do apologise. Lagging super bad. Super, super bad. Super, super bad on YouTube, man. Wow. It's unwatchable on YouTube right now, but bear with me, boys. Yeah, did anyone take that off the DTO? It did retap multiple times. I don't know if any of these would have spreaded you in, but did anyone take it? So mate, I can't say anything, but I'm just lagging. I'm lagging bad, but I can't do jack. Right, we want an actual decent push, man. There's just no buying pressure. There's no strength to the upside. No strength. Every time we try and have a little bit of a pump, do you know what I mean? The price has nothing to push us through. I think this is going to the downside, boys. The Bears, I mean, the Bulls have really got no power. They've got no power. They've tried and they've tried and they've tried. They've tried to push it up, and there's just no power. You can see it's pushed there, nothing. Pushed there, nothing. Pushed again. The Bears are in control of this market. I think it's clear to see. So we probably are going to be moving to the downside right now. I'm going to drop that sale right now, though, boys. News coming in 29 mins. Not really important news, though, bro. I'll be real. Yeah, we probably are going to move to the downside right now, boys. I'll be honest with you. Right, boys, make sure everyone's ready and posted in the Dissy. By the way, boys, we are still, well, I mean, right now, if you are in the signals, you can close right now at break even and be done for the week for 4-hour profit. So, still absolutely happy days. And like I said, boys, this is the life when you join the chest, man. Make it easy for yourself. Don't be worried, oh, is this going to hit stop loss? Is this going to not? I'm not worried about if this hits stop loss because we hit an absolute banger yesterday. 5R, no need to worry about it. All right, I'm going to drop this sale right now, boys. Should not move him. Alright, boys, I'm just about to drop that in literally 10 seconds and I'm dropping it. Everyone get in the free chat ready. Everyone be ready in the free chat, boys. I'm dropping this right now. Dropping this right now. Right now, boys. Alright, boom. It's been dropped. There's going to be free codes, boys. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not doing any more, so don't ask. It's going to be free codes and that's it. DXY finally coming up to this 5 minute. Finally. Yeah, this has been typical of what we've seen. Again, about an hour of just not moving. We want GU to be able to survive this, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. I'm not sure. Yeah, boys, that has been dropped though. That has been dropped. Code has been dropped. Scared of all this, man. Code has been dropped. Let me know in the chat if you do want to learn a bit more about our strategy, and I can do a case study of this trade we had yesterday. From start to finish, completely break it down, how we was able to capitalise off the market this week. And how our strategy, it's the same every day. The same strategy that we use for this here is the exact same that we use for this here. Which is why our strategy is so consistent, boys, honestly. You're going to get entries day in, day out. So let me know in the chat. I've closed. Fair play, bro. Yeah, I was lagging bears right there. Lou got all this money trading. I can't afford decent Wi-Fi. I was expecting that, to be fair. Dean, it's in an area he's mostly in, no fire. But yeah, my area, for some reason, for Wi-Fi is so bad. But it's boiling hot, yeah. So I get the summer heaters. I mean, the morning sun as well. So it's actually peak, bro. Actually peak. What are you saying, Khalid? As I said, boys, we can see here there's no buying pressure. It was obvious from that last little push. It was obvious from this push here. You can see, look, even watch this candle. They'll try, but there's no buying pressure in this market. None. No buying pressure in this, so we're probably going to come to the downside. You can see every time they get into it, the Bears win. So that's just one of those, boys. It's just one of those. It's annoying, man. It is pretty much what we've been seeing, though. We get that initial somewhat decent move, but then we just consolidate and consolidate and consolidate and consolidate and consolidate even more. We tapped into this imbalance, which is what we've been waiting for this whole consolidation. So maybe we can do a bit of something now, but I'm not overly confident, to be fair. I'm just going to let it play out. Just see what happens. Again, I do think the Bulls just don't have enough strength to win this battle. It is what it is, though, man. As I said, trading's all about consistency. Trading the same strategy. You know your strategy will take wins. You know it will take losses. But you need your strategy that is consistent and will perform every day. You still in, bro? Yeah, I'm still in. Like I said, you just want to hold this to stop loss or break. Like, honestly, boys, if you're that worried about this trade, it's been at break even the whole time. Just close it at break even. If you really can't lose, then close at break even. I can afford to lose, so I'm not gonna close at break even. But right now we are literally bang on break even, so you can close if you really want. You know what I mean? 1.7 drawdown unfunded. You reckon I should start going 0.5 risk in my trade? Nah, bro. Is it a live funded or what? Obviously, we hit this one last week as well on Thursday, which give us 5R. So the last couple trades of it, we've had 2 5R trades in the last 5 trading days. Or the last 4 trading days. So if we take a loss here, it's calm. We're still eating nice. As I said, all about consistency. No strategy is going to work all the time. But it's about having a consistent one that's going to consistently show up every day. Well, not every day, but every so often. And that's what our strategy does. 1.7 is mine. Yeah, that's just normal. Why would you start risking less to get out of a good trade? It's harder to get out of drawdown. Yeah, trust. Boys, it's literally, yeah, it's like you're trying to dig a hole. But then when you're in the hole, let's trade. This is popping. 2 secs. Hold that thought. What pair is this? Dicks. Why? Boy, double tap the screen. Nearly 100 man back in this live. Let's go. W's in the chat. Double tap the screen. Let's get some good number of likes in it. Don't focus on risk. Focus on the trades you take. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Can't remember what I was going to say. Basically about digging a hole. But essentially what you're doing is if you're challenged to build a bigger hole, right? It's like you got to dig a hole and someone next to you is digging a hole as well. And you got to dig the biggest hole. You got to dig the biggest hole and then you win the game. Okay? The guy next to you is cooking you. He's beating you. He's shoveling quicker than you. He's smashing you. So he's basically got the deeper hole, right? He's winning. He's winning. All you're doing by reducing your risk is you're basically using a smaller shovel. It's like getting cooked and then you swap to a smaller shovel. Why are you going to do that? You're just not helping yourself. It seems like a good thing to do, but it's really not actually going to do what you think it's going to do. Do you know what I mean? It's like getting your ass beat at boxing and then taking weight out or putting weight into your gloves. Like, it just goes against everything you should be doing. It don't make no sense, boys. Trust me, it's the worst thing to do is to reduce risk in drawdown. It's bad for your psychology. It's bad for your stats. It's bad for your practice going forward. It's basically bad for everything, boys. I can't lie. This trade's going to give me a... No point of reducing the risk. Slapper, that's a terrible idea. You're like, wait, let me see. Don't focus on risk. Focus on the trades you take and the reason for the losses. It's best to stay consistent with risk, But lowering risk after losing streak isn't a bad idea. When you're on a losing streak, don't ever up your risk either. Fix the trades. Yeah, you don't want to up your trades, but you don't really want to reduce your trades. It's not going to help, bro. It's really not going to help. It's just so not going to help. As I said, boys, it's clear now that the dollar's got more buying power than selling power. So we know really where we're heading. We're just waiting for it to happen. I'm just waiting for it to happen at this point. We know where we're going. You can see, man, every single time, just look at the DXY, every time the sellers try to move, do they ever make any progress? No. They sold here. It's the prior low. They sold there. Didn't manage to break the low. They sold there. Again. Didn't manage to break the low. They sold there. Again. Didn't manage to break the low. The bulls are more than in control, boys. So that is probably going to be what we see for the rest of the session. I mean, we're nearly out of the kill zone anyway. We've got 15 minutes left. But that's what we're seeing, basically. EG growing, but not with much momentum. I think this GU's out now. No, it's not actually out. Still in, but will be out soon, I imagine. As we said, the buyers are getting cooked right now, boys. It's not looking good. And there we go. It did become pretty clear at about half hour ago that this was going to go to an L, but always good practice to hold your trades. If you close your trades early, boys, you're just a pussy. I'm not going to lie. I'm just waiting for it to hit the full. Yesterday does not impact today. If your strategy is profitable, trust it. Yeah, that's it, bro. That's literally it. Is that a breaker structure? What do you mean, bro? Just calm. L on that one, boys. Fat L. Not a fat L, but L. Pretty shit trade. Didn't really enter any profit. So, yeah, pretty shit all in all. All things considered, just a shit trade. I mean, we followed our strategy, so you're going to get those. As long as you follow your strategy and it's a good strategy, the winners are going to always outweigh the losers, boys. So don't worry. Don't worry. Again, DXY, just purely sideways. DXY hasn't moved an inch in the last hour. Not an inch. Literally not an inch. Moved 1 point in 45 minutes. What do you think EU will do? We're just consolidating, bro. We're literally just consolidating. We have still not done anything. It's going to be one of those London sessions, boys, where we just don't move. We're not going to move, let's be honest. We ain't going to move. We're not going to move until New York session comes through. This news is probably going to have a big impact, is what this London Open tells me. But yeah. UJ, what's UJ saying? Not much. EJ, gold. What session indicator do you use? It's our own indicator we made for our members, bro. GU is just such an unserious pair. Fuck me. To be fair, every pair's been a bit unserious these last few months. Which is just basically what we're seeing. You've got to be early to these entries. We was late for the entry today, and that's all it is. And something I've noticed about these recent markets, if you're late, you're going to lose. If you don't get in here, you're going to lose. If you don't get in here, you're going to lose. And that is it. If you don't get in prior to 8, you're probably going to lose. The only winners we've really had have been prior to 8 a.m. We get one move, and then if you try to enter after that, whether you're buying or selling, you're going to lose. Whether you try to sell from here, you're going to lose. If you try to buy from here, you're going to lose. If you get in late, you're going to get fucked. And that's pretty much the meta right now. So just be aware of that. Again, you're going to do well if you catch this buy here. You're probably going to do quite well. But if you catch this sell here, you're going to lose. If you catch this buy here, you're going to lose, right? Just the method of the market right now. Again, I'll show you on DXY. If you catch this sell off here, you're probably going to do right and catch a decent trade. If you buy here, you're going to lose. If you sell here, you're going to lose. You don't want to be getting in late. You've got to get in really, really early, which is why this EG cooked yesterday. Because you can see it was the first move, right? It was the first move. You look when it come through, 720. So very early on, you had that initial move. If you tried to get in after this, you would have been fucked. You would have been cooked, okay? Because you would have got in here. Well, this is where we got in. If you would have tried getting after that, you might have had a limit here, which you just wouldn't have tapped in. You might have tried to sell here. You would have got cooked. So if you're getting in at any time really past 8:30, boys, it's looking sticky. Is what I'm noticing more and more and more and more. More and more I'm noticing that, man. DXY. Yeah, man, nothing really to comment on. Fancy re-entering on GU. Not really, bro, if I'm honest. I don't think we'll see much right now. The better. Literally, bro, it is. Literally, bruv. I mean, the proof of that is as well. If you entered Asia liquidity buys on GU, you would have lost. If you entered Asia liquidity sells on EU, you're probably going to lose as well. Alright, so whether you sold from the high or bought from the low on two exactly correlating pairs, you're going to lose either way. And that just shows, look, you've got to get in early to these markets recently. You have to get in early. That's the biggest takeaway that I'm taking away from today. I mean, I'm not really taking too much from the price action here. I know what I look for works, so I'm not too bothered about that. As I said, it's just the early factor. Getting in early. Getting in early as we can. Did we... Alright, we have got one use of that code left, boys. Two of them have been used. We've got one use left. When's it even? MetaTrader, bro. I use MetaTrader. I need to close Discord. The app's too laggy. GJ Weekly Trope and Shorts were lovely this morning. From VGOT were lovely this morning. I was going to look at it, but by the time... He said he already hit TP by the time I came to look at it, so... Weekly Trope and Shorts. Not sure where they were from, but yeah, fair play, bro. I'm not actually going to bother to look for it. But fairs. I'm going to jump off in 10 minutes, boys. I'm not going to stay too late for this one because the market's just dead. There's no buying pressure. There's no selling pressure. We're just moving sideways. As we said, the DXY hasn't moved in so long now. It's no point even looking. So, yeah, I might even jump off now, man. Trying to mark out order flow, but there's not actually much point marking out order flow in these markets because when we're moving sideways, we're moving sideways. You can be tricked into thinking we're mitigating this and oh, we're looking like we're going to buy, or it's just not the case, really. I do still think, though, that we are going to come up. I do still believe that. I do still think DXY is going to come down off this imbalance. Still definitely believe that's going to happen. But it's just about... As we said, man, waiting for the perfect time to get in. This is what we goes back to really what we were saying earlier. One minute imbalance here. Just your DXY. It's like, again, the last 10 minutes that we've been staring at this chart, we haven't actually moved a single inch, not 1 centimetre in price, not 1 point. Maybe like a sticker. You got to release some Richesse merch. Maybe like a sticker or some I can stick on the back of my laptop. Yeah, that would be cold actually. That would be cold. Oh no, that is a good idea, bro. I can't lie. I'd make it cold as well. It wouldn't be shit. Price movement's a joke. Yeah, trust me. I mean, just look at EU. This is what I mean, man. It was my own mistake. I got in GU late, and it's my own mistake. That's what I'm taking from it. Like I said, I should have known at that point that it was too late. We had sort of already had 1 move and 2 moves and 3. So I should have known that that fourth was just going to be nothing key. So again, we had 1 move, 2 move, 3 move. So the fact I got in for a fourth was kind of stupid. Again, the reason why I got in was because my strategy told me to get in, which is never a bad thing. So again, I'm learning from the charts, but I'm not losing my head like, oh, fuck's sake, my strategy don't work. Like, I'm going to change the whole thing. Oh, my God. Like, I don't care. We took a loss. It's part of the game. We learn from it. We come back a better trader tomorrow. We're not fucking crying. Remember, boys, the best trader in the world, the best trader that ever stepped foot on planet Earth, that's still alive today, would have taken a loss last month. All right? So if the best trader in the world ever is losing trades, don't think that you aren't going to lose trades. You definitely are. Read the book Best Loser Wins, boys. It's going to do you absolute wonders. Best Loser Wins is a great book, and it basically teaches you that, well, as the name probably fucking suggests, but the key to success is not making money, but it's how you deal with your losers. That is the difference between a good and a bad trader. You know, I've been trading New York session recently. GU has actually been going off. You should send your charts into the Discord, bro, when you catch it. EU will go up, yeah. I believe that too, bro. But right now, consolidation is rather peak. Rather peak. If you see what happened yesterday, we started consolidating at a different time from 8:15 to all the way through to 1:30. So don't think this can't go on. It can't go any longer. It fucking can. Yeah. This was a whole period of consolidation that lasted 5 hours, alright? 5 hours of consolidation. And that wasn't just EU. That was GU as well. 5 hours. DXY as well. We go back. 5 hours worth of consolidation. So we can definitely have more. We can definitely consolidate for a lot longer, boys. Trust me. Trust me on that. Right now we've been consolidating for how long? Started at 8:50. So for 5 hours, it's obviously got to be, we'll measure it out. Fucking hell. A lot. We still got all of this. If it's anything like yesterday, we're still going to have all of this to consolidate. If it's anything like yesterday. From 8 all the way to 1:30. And this is 8:30 all the way to 15. It's actually longer than that. And you are going to get these little sharp movements, but something you'll notice is that we never actually have enough power to push us through, and it ends up being really wicky like this. So the closes are a good way to tell if we're consolidating. It's just indecision, basically. Looks like we're actually going to close above this imbalance, which is... Discord link's there, bro. Just type it into your browser. It's just discord.gg/richessfx. Look at the t-shirt I've designed that I sent to you, Lou, on Discord. Which ACG's face should I get? 6, 8 or 10? Get 8%, bro. That's what I'd recommend. Your standard 8%. I made some t-shirt designs that were sick, but it was like $60 £60 a tee. Yeah, send it to me, Stu, bro. I don't know if you just sent it. The move down from weekly drop and daily drop on GU is what made me not take it. Fair play, bro. Lovely. Lovely analysis there from you, Sesame. I mean, El Slapo. I didn't actually notice that myself, but yeah, really fair play there, man. Original EU sweep could be playing out. Yeah, it does look like it could be. It does look like it could be. But as I said, bro, we are probably just going to be consolidating for a little bit longer. We're going to get these moves where it looks like we're doing really well, but we're actually not. If you look at this prior as well, let me move it so TikTok can see. The range, it was quite big. Like the actual consolidation range was 17 pips, right, from the high to the low. So if we look at this one, from the high to the low, it's 13 pips, right? So we can still be consolidating. We can have a bit of a move. What are your thoughts for AUD CAD? I'll look at AUD CAD in a minute, bro. Loki EG's been the best pair to trade recently. Yeah, bro, it mad has. It mad has. I mean, GU, I've caught some nice trades. I caught a 5-hour trade last week. On GU, so it's been good if you've been patient, but in terms of moving like it always has been, EG's just been moving as it always has, which is nice, man. I better close my Discord up and it'll reopen it. Boys, I'm going to jump off this TikTok now though, man. It's going to take, yeah, actually wait, I'm going to stay on for a bit longer. Totally agree, I'm waiting for New York. Fair play, boys. Yeah, everyone make sure you're getting into the Discord, man. Everyone get into the Discord. I'm going to jump off here now. I'll be staying on YouTube for a bit longer, so if you man want to get in a YouTube stream, got the full chart, we've got face cam, we've got the chat popping off, so go over there. That's my Instagram, it's the same as my YouTube, richessfx. So go over to my YouTube, say yo boys. Appreciate that, Razvan. Yeah, that's my Discord, and this is my YouTube, boys. I'm going to stay on there, so get on there if you want to chill. And I'll see you in a bit, boys. I'll be live later for the New York session, or Mace will be live, and I'll be live tomorrow morning. So appreciate you tuning in, boys. Sweet. Boom. Let's get rid of this. Right, let's see these t-shirts that Stu sent. Was it the AI ones? Let's have a look at them. Yeah, you man, what do we think about these? Thing is, let me get it up. Now that was the company's design. Oh, fair play. ACG codes refresh. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm going to be working on merch though, boys. I'll be real. To be fair, I'm going to jump off now anyway. There's not really much to see. As I said, we're probably just going to consolidate right now. So that is what it is, boys. Yeah, boys, I'm going to jump off now, man. Appreciate you tuning in, boys. Thanks for the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Send me a DM if you need anything, boys, on Discord or Instagram.